some people choose to express their hatred of Jews through different outlets, and sometimes it's through what they will say is support for Palestinians. But I would say, for example, about that protest, of course we're all for free speech and the freedom to go and protest, but I didn't see a single placard or hear a single chant at that protest, thousands of people in central London, only 1 week after the massacre of babies, young women, young men, elderly people as well, over 80, some of them. I didn't hear one chant or see one placard that was calling for the return of those hostages. No. Not one. And I have to say that if you're somebody that cares about the plight of Palestinian civilians, I'm really surprised that you wouldn't also care about the plight of Israeli civilians who have been savagely tortured, raped, kidnapped and killed, burnt alive, many of them. How on earth could you not want at least to say something about that during that protest? I didn't hear one person in that protest say anything, actually, if they're looking out for the benefit of Palestinians, against Hamas. Hamas, as we just heard from Will, are persecuting Palestinians. There's no freedom in Gaza for Palestinians. In fact, since Hamas took power in the Gaza Strip, many thousands, hundreds of thousands, I think, of Palestinians have left via Turkey because there's just no prospects for them there. So I think that, again, if people are really supporting the Palestinian people, they would be speaking out against Hamas. And finally, I didn't hear any of them say anything about Iran at that protest. And if you want to free Palestine, as they say, well, wouldn't you want to free them from the shackles of Iran? Iran is controlling Hamas. Hamas is a proxy of Iran, and Hamas carried out this bloodthirsty, savage, brutal attack on so many hundreds of Israelis who were killed, and people from plenty of other nations as well. We've heard there were even British people there. I can't understand how those people were not saying anything about Iran either. And so if they were there in order to show their support for Palestinians, and they didn't mention any of those things, what do we really think their motivation was for protesting 7 days after the slaughter of people in the Jewish state?